am so excited for the animals that I am going to be getting this weekend. So now that you guys know that I'm going to be getting 3 new animals on Sunday, I thought that it would be really fun if you guys guessed the animal that I'm going to get before you watch the setup. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a very exciting video, which some of you have been patiently waiting for since last week. Today we are going to be revealing my 3 surprise reptiles that I was telling you guys all about in my last video. So last week I posted a video of myself setting up some new enclosures in preparation for some new animals I was getting. So in that video I told you all how I am getting 3 new reptiles, 2 of them are babies and 1 is an adult, and that they were all the same species. As you know, I never revealed the species I was getting in my last video because that is what today's video is for. We are finally going to be meeting my 3 new reptiles. So on my last video, I had a lot of guesses of what my new pets might be, and surprisingly, a lot of people actually got it right. I honestly wasn't expecting as many people to get it correct as you guys did, so congratulations, many of you were correct. So I know that you guys are really excited to see these animals, and I know I am really excited to show them to you, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and meet my new reptiles. But I am absolutely thrilled with my new pets. I got 3 new Malaysian cat geckos and I'm just so excited about it. I'm so happy and like I just feel, I don't know, I feel just like fulfilled in a way. It just feels very good. So here are the 2 babies right here. I put them in this cup together for a second because I wanted to show you like a good side-by-side comparison of them and also talk a little bit about them. So to be completely honest with you guys, well, I'm super excited about these geckos and things have been going well for the most part. I have had some slight concerns with this gecko right here. So if you look at the 2 babies, you can tell that this one here, you know, the one I was just pointing at, is slightly smaller than its sibling. And I was a little bit concerned about the smaller one the first few days I had him, although I am a little less concerned now, so let's talk about that. So as I mentioned, by visibly looking at them, you can see that this one here is a little bit skinnier than the other one, and I was worried about that because the first couple days that I had him, he wasn't eating at all. I didn't find any poops or anything. Meanwhile, this one right here, the bigger gecko, she was consistently eating and consistently pooping and everything, so I was getting a little bit worried about him, but you know, I wanted to give him a couple days to settle into his new home and everything, and now that he has had a bit of time to settle in, things are definitely looking better. He has been eating some crickets, and I just recently found his first poop in the enclosure, so that's really good. I've already gotten a few poops from the bigger one right here, so I was really nervous about him, but now that he is settled in, he is eating pretty regularly and has pooped, so I'm definitely going to continue monitoring them, obviously, and keeping a close eye on them. You know, I check on these guys basically every day just to make sure they're doing well, because, you know, as babies, they're very sensitive at this size. So yeah, while I was a little bit concerned about him, I'm feeling a bit more hopeful now, so hopefully he continues to eat and grow, and then hopefully we end up with 2 healthy cat geckos. So now that you guys know that I got 3 new Malaysian cat geckos, let's talk about why, because some of you might be slightly confused about that because I already have 2 cat geckos. So now I have 5 cat geckos. The reason why I now have more cat geckos is because cat geckos are a species that I became incredibly interested in, incredibly passionate about, and ultimately decided that I want to breed. Malaysian cat geckos are not at all a common species in captivity. You know, they're pretty rare. Typically you only really see them with like experienced keepers, and more often than not they're wild caught. However, cat geckos, in my opinion, are such underrated animals, and I truly believe that they have the potential to make incredible pets for so many people. But like I said, the issue is most of them are wild caught, there's not a whole lot of them, and not too many people are breeding them, especially here in Canada. So if you're a regular viewer of my channel, then you will know that I already have a male and female pair of cat geckos named Sadie and Slinky. So I got that pair back in 2019, and my goal is to hopefully breed them. And ever since I got Sadie and Slinky, I knew right away that I would absolutely love to have more cat geckos and hopefully try and breed them and produce a decent amount of captive bred babies. But as I mentioned, cat geckos are not super common, so you know, this isn't an animal that I can just go and buy whenever I want to, because I don't know, it just doesn't work like that. So over the past few months, I've kind of been keeping my eye out for any more cat geckos that may possibly become available, and it finally happened, and I'm so excited. So another reptile breeder here, Exquisite Geckos and Exotics, actually had some cat geckos that she was looking to rehome, and I saw that and I immediately knew that I needed them. I needed to get these geckos. So I messaged her and we arranged for it all, and I went and got the geckos. So the new geckos that I got is actually a proven breeder female along with 2 of her babies. So the 2 babies that I got came from this adult female. So that is really good for me because, one, I now have some captive bred babies that I get to raise up and care for, which is super exciting. And I have another female who is a proven breeder, which is great. So hopefully now not only can I breed Sadie, but hopefully I can also breed my new cat gecko who doesn't yet have a name and get even more babies. But now, hold on, it does not end there. I have another really exciting surprise for you guys. Alright guys, there's something really exciting in here that I'm really excited to show you. Look at that! We have 4 cat gecko eggs! So just before I was going to pick up my new cat geckos, the girl that I was getting them from messaged me and told me that when she was cleaning out their enclosure, she found 4 more eggs. So she very kindly offered to give me the eggs along with the geckos, which was just like so exciting. So if you take a quick look here, you can see that these top 2 eggs are slightly larger than the bottom eggs. So we can tell that these ones were laid first and then these ones were laid after. So far, the eggs all seem to be doing well. I haven't had any issues with them, and I'm pretty sure they're actually getting like slightly bigger. For those of you who don't know, reptile eggs typically do get, you know, bigger as the animal inside develops. So I am really hoping that these will all, you know, continue developing and then eventually hatch successfully. Like, how exciting would it be if I end up with even more babies really soon? I really hope I do, so my fingers are crossed. So yeah, not only do I have 3 new geckos, but I also have 4 cat gecko eggs incubating. I don't know if you guys can like tell how just absolutely thrilled I am, but it's hard to even just convey how excited I am for this. So now let's talk about my choice to breed these geckos, and I guess just my breeding plans altogether, because but something I haven't really talked a whole lot about on my channel is breeding. So breeding reptiles is something that I have been interested in for a very long time, but it is not something I ever really considered doing on like a large scale or anything like that. So I never wanted to be a big reptile breeder, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to breed reptiles. For me, when it comes to breeding reptiles, I personally only have interest in breeding very few species, and typically those species are ones that I feel are very underrated but make really good pets and just aren't being bred in captivity super often. So right now, the only two animals I am currently trying to breed are my Parsons chameleons and my Malaysian cat geckos. Now when it comes to Parsons chameleons, no one in Canada has ever bred them before, to my knowledge. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they have never been bred in Canada. So if I manage to successfully breed my Parsons chameleons, those will be the first captive-born babies in Canada. It's not like there's a whole bunch of other Parsons chameleon breeders out there just constantly having babies. And then it's a similar situation with cat geckos. Now, I don't want to say no one has ever bred them in Canada because I'm pretty sure that is very false. However, not many people have bred them and not many people are actively working with them. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, cat geckos just aren't very common and they're almost always wild caught. So for those reasons, I felt very passionately about breeding this species and producing captive-born babies, which can then make fantastic pets for people rather than, people having to turn to wild-caught animals. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because, I don't know, I just wanted people to have a better understanding of what I'm doing. And now I do also want to say this is like absolutely no shade to larger scale reptile breeders or people who breed more common species. Like, absolutely do whatever you want as long as you're being responsible. I 100% support that. I just personally have way more interest in breeding the species that aren't really being bred in captivity already. So that is really what my main goal is with these cat geckos, is just I really want to be able to produce more captive-born babies that can then make really great pets for people. So now that you guys know about my new animals, you know about the babies, you know about the eggs, you know about my breeding plans, I am really hoping that a lot of you here will really enjoy seeing a lot of, future content on these animals and their babies and the breeding cycle. I think that that'll be a really fun thing to just document and post here on YouTube. So if you're interested in seeing more like baby reptile breeding and egg content, definitely let me know down below because I would really, really love to document more of this process if that's something that you're all interested in. So now that all of that is said and done, I'm gonna get to wrapping up this video now. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly hope that you enjoyed this video as well as enjoyed meeting my new animals and hearing about my future breeding plans. Like I said, I am so incredibly excited, so hopefully you are as well. So make sure if you want to see more baby cat gecko content or just more fun animal content in general, that you subscribe to my channel right now. Hit that button if you haven't already. It's right there. And it really helps me out when you do that, so it would mean a lot to me if you did. Also be sure to hit the like button and also the notification bell while you are at it, and be sure to check out all of my social media. All of my social media will be down in the description below. It is all just MSAM99 and I would love to have you all over there, so be sure to check that out if you can. And now with all of that said, I am going to end the video here. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video.